Bond doesn't know you're in Bangkok. He's never seen you, but he knows me. That's the problem.
There's no problem.
Oh, would you look at that? Hunter's getting hit with the Nerf hammer. I never saw that one coming. Well, at least Titans are getting the same treatment. Oh. Well, if hunters can't have fun, then no one can. Today, I'll let you in on a build that will make sure that happens. It's a hunter's world, baby, and everyone else is just living in it. The sole focus of today's build is going to be our golden gun. I've devised a way to ensure that we can get at minimum 3 supers every match. And that's just the floor. It's very possible that you can have upwards of 4 to 5 supers if you're absolutely slaying out. To be honest, this is probably my favorite build that I've done so far. It's unique enough to be fun, and effective enough to be worth using, but I don't want to blue ball you any longer. It's time I show you what all the fuss is about. The subclass we're going to be rocking is Bottom Tree Gunslinger. The primary reason for this is the perk Practice Makes Perfect. Essentially, it's going to make our super recharge faster for every precision hit that we get. Since you should be going for crits regardless of your build, this is more or less just a passive buff to our super recharge rate. The subclass also has the benefit of the Knock 'em Down perk. This is going to make precision kills increase our weapon stability and handling. Once again, pretty much just a passive buff to our neutral game, and is going to make using our all-important weapon that much easier.
What are you aiming at? What are you aiming at?
Speaking of weapons, the one we're going to be running is Bad Juju. Its exotic perk, String of Curses, is going to refill the mag, increase our damage, and, oh boy, grant super energy for every kill that we get. This, in combination with Practice Makes Perfect, is going to make our super recharge rate pretty disgusting. Armor is an important part of this build as well. Since we're laser focused on using our super, maxing out our intellect is going to allow us to do that as often as possible. Unfortunately, there isn't really an exotic armor piece that's going to help with our super. The next best thing is something that's going to improve our neutral game. So personally, I'd recommend Foe Tracer. To be honest, I only use Foe Tracer because I got a high intellect roll, but hear me out, okay? Foe Tracer marks enemies that you target and causes you to deal bonus damage when they get low on health. It marks them with a large red X on your screen, allowing you to know their position through walls. This is pretty useful for getting some cheeky crits in, since you can pre-fire marked enemies as they come around corners, and give yourself the advantage in a gunfight. It's also nice for keeping tabs on people when you're ducking in and out of cover yourself. Switching the topic back to Bad Juju, Bad Juju kinda slaps. It's got a high rate of fire, and mixing that with its full auto ability makes it almost feel like more of an auto rifle. You can put a lot of bullets downstream fairly quickly, and accuracy isn't really an issue due to its low recoil and the buff you get from Knock 'em Down. It specializes in mid-range engagements, but it definitely starts to show its faults when you try to go after people at long range.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Its damage drops off to quite pitiful numbers, and that's if you can even hit anything. I've found that you tend to get a lot of ghost bullets with this thing at long range, so most of the time it's really not even worth it. I personally paired the gun with Fellwinter's because I like to play a bit more aggressively, but running a sniper in its place wouldn't be a bad idea. And a quick word of advice regarding your super, try to use it as soon as possible after it's done charging. You don't have to blow your load early and waste the thing, but time spent with a fully charged super is time that could be spent working toward another one, so don't feel like you have to wait for the stars to align to make use of the reason this whole build exists. Okay, well, my microwave is telling me that my banquet chicken fried chicken meal is done, so I better go. But before I do, I'll wait for you to like and subscribe. Go on, my chicken's getting cold. Done? Perfect. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, fellas, and I'll see you in the next one.